What's up with you, sis? What took you so
Hey.
long that you gonna come line up with me?
No, I was waiting for you to
Are
finish
you
doing what you was doing.
okay? What's going on with you, L? That's my sister from H Time, and that's the only person I fuck with when it comes to these interviews and shit like that.
Hold on.
Period. So, hold on, let me see. You got something I can put it in there? You want to connect to what? All right, so just to catch up everybody, because I know they've been over there. The E Squad been over there with you. They might not know what's going on. All right, hold on, is you? My shit calls. Yeah, I might need to go on real Wi-Fi. Am I straight, y'all? Can y'all see? Man, you know how we move as far as chess and not checkers. You know that's the number one thing Brandon screamed. Chess not checkers. You know, and the first thing he taught me when I came to this app, because we talked a little bit. He know a little bit about my background and how I was on the streets. And he told me, he was like, bro, the way you was moving in the streets, you got to move the same way up on this app. And that shit stuck with me. That shit stuck with me. So in February, really since I first came on the app, I was always buzzing on the app. I was doing good, but I didn't really start reaching that peak until like the end of February. When I did that drip auto in Atlanta, that's when it was like I was always on every headline, and it was just like a lot of love coming. But I was looking at things from a grand scheme of things. I was like, how can we really just wake it up, and how could other people that's with me get paid and get known? Because now that I'm known, and I didn't reach this peak by myself, how could everybody else around me or people that I'm connected with reach the same peak that I'm reaching? So me and Liz had a conversation. Here, you want to come through? I'm right here. And Liz said this. You could do an interview with her afterwards. She's gonna go live right after me, and she's gonna say everything from her perspective. So when it came down to a lot of stuff, when all that shit was going on, and everybody jumped on that same bandwagon, as far as Capone did this, Capone like shitty shit, and
Okay.
all this other shit, right? All right, so it was certain things that I was doing with my supporters. I was setting up my crowd for. I used to go live, and I used to always talk about certain things that I'm into, but I would never say take it that far. But these are things that we discussed behind the scenes because I was like, well, everybody will believe it because I've already said things that was similar but not similar. So I said, let's create the controversy. Let's act like, let's do this, let's do that for certain reasons. I'm not gonna say all the reasons, but her and about three other people that I haven't disclosed yet. We all did a little conference call. We got on the phone and we let the games begin. So when it came to Liz, me and Liz, we ain't never fell out. It looked like that from a grand scheme. And that's why I was never bothered with stuff. So when it came to the Charlie interview, because she literally made Charlie who she was off of what we created, and she did that with a few people. There's a lot of people who did that on that other side, but at the end of the day, me and Liz never fell out. And the reason why I never said nothing, I just sat back. And because I already knew what was going on. Just like I know what's going on with a few other people that's still on this app saying what they saying. Because, we had an agreement. And I can't say nothing. I'm going to keep my word to them unless they want me to come forth. Now, Liz, she didn't care. She was like, hey, pretty soon, because we got to celebrate. We celebrating tonight about something. And she was like, well, people going to think it's funny if they see me with you, so we might as well explain the whole scenario. So the reason why I'm even talking about it right now, because I was going to wait about 2 more months because we had some more plans. So the reason why we're talking about it because we celebrating something that big just now happened, and Liz wanted to be there, and that's it. Because Liz was already mad she couldn't be in New York with us, in the Times Square with us. But I was like, no, that wouldn't look right because they think we enemies right now. So, but we're just playing chess and not checkers. We're just playing chess and not checkers with a lot of things, and when it come down to it, it was really good to do that because it really exposed a lot of people who wasn't a part of the grand scheme. It was some people who was fucking with me before the Yetta thing happened, before Liz and all this other shit came out about me. That was cool. I had no problems with them. Like, we never got into it. But once all that shit got popular to talk about me and to slander me, they started to slander me. So it exposed some people in the misdress and everything. I'm talking about everything. Every woman saying stuff, everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you said that this all is a storyline, right? Okay. So, can you tell us what even made you and Liz even come up with this scenario? Who idea was this?
Well, it was my idea. Well, it was kind of both. Yeah, it was kind of both. But it was mainly the other. it's another person that we're not gonna say their name because we're just not gonna say their name, you know. But it was kind of like they was talking, and then I was talking, and it made sense because I was already, you know, I didn't need the clout, I didn't need the beans. I was always hitting 3 million. I was always hitting a lot of views and things of that nature. So when it came down to it, but it was like, okay.
But women were trying to move in. We were trying to see
right,
it genuine. Like,
right.
A lot of shady, sneaky shit going on.
It was women that was trying to move in with me. It was women that wasn't good for me that was trying to move in with me that we didn't know about. That's all I'm gonna say. So what Liz and other people would do is they would be cool with them to see if they was like genuine. Because there was a lot of people that was doing shit for clout. There was a lot of people that was doing shit with the wrong intentions. There was a lot of people just think that I'm really just nice to people. I just let people come through, but really I'm already 10 steps in.
Yeah, Brandon.
Bingo. It was so much shit that was already going on that I was already hearing about. And there was no way I can get close to these people and know if they was good. So at one moment in my life, I was really paranoid because it was like a lot of people that seemed like that was cool. I was like, but I just don't really know. So what they created was a way to make it seem like I'm a certain type of way to see if people was gonna switch on me. And in the process of that, certain people switched on me.
Yeah.
So it was beneficial. It was really beneficial for me because it didn't stop nothing for me. But at the same time, it exposed a lot of people that wasn't really my friend. It exposed a lot of people that was there just to use me for clout. Man, it was crazy. It was crazy. You know, and all the people that was 100 was 100. You know, like Brandon, other people, you know, y'all ain't never switched up on me. For clout, for beans, for interview. Like, I never switched up. So it exposed who was really in my corner and who really wasn't.
Like, I was just thinking that. But so the messages between you and Liz were not real,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
so
She right here. I don't want to talk. Well,
I'm
the question.
saying
I
that
mean,
the
I'm gonna let you interview
messages
after.
between y'all were not real. So
Mm.
what about when you, her, and Shabutta bumped heads? Was Shabutta in on this as well?
Nah, she wasn't. She was. She wasn't. She wasn't. She wasn't.
She showed her hand.
But she showed her hand. You know, she showed who she was. She showed who she was.
Because we kind of knew she was doing it. We heard the recording.
Yeah, we heard certain things, but I'm telling you, at least 4 people got exposed in this
Okay,
whole
so
thing.
was
That's all I'm
TC
gonna
a
say.
part of this?
I ain't gonna say too many. I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna be quiet with a lot of stuff. I'm gonna sit back.
No, TC, that was a genuine friendship. I never messed with him. You could even bring him up later on.
Yeah.
If he's allowed to talk to me. You know how it has to be.
Oh, okay, so I'm
But
saying between you and TKO, was that real?
Okay, so what I will say is, me and TC really did bump heads back in the day. Like we really did. Like we really did. And but yeah.
Okay, so the things that TC came on here and said about you were not real.
Yeah. Well, we know that. I mean, but at the same time, we know like anybody like we. The thing about this is, when it comes to this app, we know that the truth is way more entertaining. I mean, a lie is more entertaining than the truth. So we know that even if we know something is fake, we'll still go with the narrative as if it was true because it creates the views, it creates the interviews, it creates the beans, it creates all that shit. So we know goddamn well I ain't no rapist. We know goddamn well I ain't no but we know these type of things. Like we know for a fact. There's nothing never been out there as that. I've never been convicted as nothing. I don't got no like. We know that, but at the same time, we do know it's old information of people hating on me, saying certain things, so we know how to build off of shit. Like we know how to make it. Like we know. I know what it is. That's all I'm gonna say.
So what?
But TC. All right. So look, what's going on with a lot of people is
with someone else.
When my name started getting slandered, a lot of people was being contacted. TC was contacted, but not through me. He was contacted by my ops, by people who don't fuck with us. So that was all real. That was all real.
Right. That was all real, but the story that he portrayed basically was lies mixed up with realness. Basically. Okay.
Wow. Wow, you said it. You
Right,
said it. I didn't say it. I mean,
right.
truth or
So
fiction.
okay, basically
Truth or
made to look
fiction.
dramatic and to entertain the people or whatever, make them think. Okay, so when Keith's Keith's
Mm-hmm.
when Keith's jumped on the thing with Liz, when Liz came to Keith's, family and things like that, was that real? Was that like a part of a plan? Like, how was that? Cause her in
It wasn't part of a plan. Like that's a question for me, love.
Oh, all right. She said she's gonna say
okay,
that for when you
okay,
talk to her.
okay,
When you
yeah,
when
cause
you
I
all right.
want to know.
Ask him about Yetta. Ask him about Rose. Ask him about what we have. Like
Yeah, yeah.
real talk.
She wants
Everybody
she want to
coming.
save all her tea for you and her
Okay,
101.
oh,
If that's okay. If
okay,
not, I'll just tell him myself.
Yeah.
okay, okay,
Okay.
okay. So, TKO, was Yella a storyline?
Tell him, man. Be honest.
Well, some of these.
Dropped and hurt your body.
Okay, so I'm gonna say something like this. I'm gonna say something like, you know how things can go bad, things can take a left. Things can go, but when she started, what she came out with, no, the way she turned, no, uh, what it turned into,
Okay,
nah,
so
that shit was
basically
all, that
in
shit
the
was.
beginning, it was a storyline until it got real
Well,
You
all
be
right. So put it
honest.
like this. Put it like this. Sometimes people can be in a storyline, and I know they in a
and not
storyline,
know they in one. Right,
and I know they in one.
right.
So when it comes to Yetta, I will say that
It was genuine.
the way that I can like I know how to use a pawn on a chessboard easy because I know if I know that you don't got character, you don't got no backbone, and you love clout and you love views, then I know how to utilize you for that because I know what you're gonna want. I know what you're gonna do. I already know how people gonna operate. If something transpire, I know what's gonna happen next.
So, is
So
it safe
she
to
wasn't
say
in the
that
loop
you
of.
used her for entertainment purposes only?
When I seen certain things, when I found out certain things behind the scene, when I knew that what her real intention was with me, yes, of
You used
course,
her for
I knew that
entertainment purposes
she wasn't
only.
genuine. Yeah, for entertainment purposes only, of course, because that's what she was doing. I just gave her the same energy that she was giving me, and if anybody knows and been looking at this, they can already tell what she's about. So if she was doing that for me, then the whole thing, okay, well, let me give it to you out. You even knowing this is what happened. Let
You
me,
don't even fuck with people
Okay,
on this
so
side.
what
Her
about
body,
but
nothing.
Liz telling the people that she gave you all this money and that you owe her and things like that? So all of that was storyline, was fake.
no, no, that was an investment. All that stuff was true. So all right, so it's a few people that was on this app that was helping me, that was building with me, and that's why I'm glad that Liz did what she did because there was a lot of people who was like really like trying to invest and be cool with me, but then once all this shit happened with me and Yetta and all this other shit, like everybody switched that was organically supporting me. They start saying I owed them and I was a scammer. I'm like, wow. I'm talking about some of this shit was not in cahoots or nothing. Like it was crazy. Like they was switching up, switching up. I'm like, God damn. But if
So
that would never happen,
pregnancy and everything was fake.
that was our plan. That was our
So
plan.
what type of
Everything was a plan. Anything that
conversation?
came from
So
Liz.
what type of conversation did y'all have like during the pregnancy scam thing? What kind of conversation? Who brought the pregnancy up?
Well, see,
That
I
was
didn't
a
know about
joke
that one.
with TC.
I didn't know about that one. Hold on, what happened?
That was a joke between TC and me.
Yeah, that caught me off guard. I didn't know about that one.
Oh,
She's still asking questions
okay,
for me.
Oh,
okay.
okay,
So,
so
because at this point, can we
Okay,
get
so
Liz? Because it seemed
what
like
is our
Liz
relationship?
got more going on.
so you want?
No, I don't know if you heard today how Rose, Yetta, ask him about that stuff as far as that, or like what our real
She probably
relationship
didn't.
is. far as
Okay,
Jetta never
yeah,
gave him
because Liz got
$20,000.
a lot going on. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like
Yeah,
Liz got a lot going on. Like I'm
yeah.
okay. So TKO, have y'all ever slept together? I'm saying, was there?
And I wasn't seeing certain things because I wasn't thinking they would be a certain type of way, but other individuals around me could see, and I had to do what was necessary for myself to protect myself. And a part of that is sometimes putting you gotta bite the bullet sometimes. So that's what I did. That's all I did was bite a bullet, and I allowed my name to get and also shit to put everybody else in a better position that I was fucking with because I got to eat off of it. And so in the bigger scheme of things, it was still coming back to me. So even the people that was going against me, it was it was still working out for me.
Okay,
And that's what you call chess. That now storyline would have been something that one incident that probably would have happened or something like that, and then it was like, but the way I was doing, I was just playing chess.
okay. So being that you say that you were playing chess, why didn't you just come to the app and just be yourself and just live your regular life and things like that? Like I'm trying to I'm trying to see, like, was it necessary? Like, was it necessary? Like, you was you're
Mm-hmm.
one of the top broadcasters on here. So why did you feel the
Mm-hmm.
need to create these storylines? Like
Mm-hmm.
it seemed like it's for no
Okay,
reason,
so
because I feel like when people start coming at you, like,
mm,
why not go back at those people and make the storyline even better?
all right, so I'm gonna say this again. I think where people is missing it, where people is missing it is that's what I said. Like when I came on this live, when I came on this Bigo app, I was just being myself. Me and Nature Boy wasn't a storyline. Me doing the drip bottles, that wasn't part of no story. That's all me being myself. Me speaking the knowledge to my people and building up my people wasn't no storyline. But in the midst of that, and me gaining all this, cloud of fame off of just what I do, I started to affiliate myself with a lot of people that wasn't good for me. And I think that's the part where people are missing. It was a lot of things. So if I'm not a person that's messy, if I'm not a person that go at people and disrespect people, I use intelligence. And so when I was in prison, it's a lot of books that I used to read that's on this very thing that we're talking about right now, the way I move when it comes to chess. And instead of going out and showing my hand, because I would have showed my hand. If I would have shot back at people and did certain things, I would have showed my hand, and it wouldn't have gave me all the information that I got today. It would have already messed up a few things. It could have even jeopardized me being kicked off the app. So why do all that when I could have just played it like I played it and get everything, all the information that I needed because people was getting comfortable. A lot of people
We can plan a storyline.
Yeah, hold on, hold on. So a lot of people was getting comfortable. People was coming in Vegas behind the scenes. People was trying to set up certain things and bothering me, like shit to people that y'all wouldn't even know. Y'all wouldn't even understand. So when it comes down to it, all this shit did for me was reveal all the
Okay,
snakes. That's all it
okay,
revealed was all the
TKO. So
snakes.
was Keys a part of any of this? Did Brandon know anything about any of this?
Nah, nah. Chess not checkers. And with him knowing me from the streets, he was like, "Man, move like how you moved in the streets. Bring that shit to this app, and that's how I move." It's something that you got to always be a certain way. When everybody just got love for you, that should be scary. When everybody just got love for you. So when I came on this app, everybody just had love for me and things of that nature, and that's how I knew it was fake. That's how I knew it was fake love somewhere up in there, and I couldn't see the fake love until I did what I did, and it exposed all the snakes in the grass. I'm talking about from people that was with me every day.
She just, it
There was
seemed like
somebody else
she
supposed to
just
be building.
disappeared.
All right, so what happened with Cash Blue was what happened with 99.9% of everybody who did switch up on me. When all this shit came out about me, everybody started dropping like flies. It exposed a lot of people. Yup, like we never got into it. Nothing, like nothing. To this day, like we never spoke. We never was like, oh, fuck you, I ain't fucking with you. It was nothing. But as soon as everybody was like, fuck Capone, Capone do this, Capone do that, everybody, I woke up, everybody was doing stuff. I wasn't even into it with Charlie. Like me and Charlie had never even like I'm like, wait a minute. He used to come in my room. I used to talk, but everybody switched up on me just like this. Boom, 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 boom. And the real people that's with me, that was with me then, they still with me today, and that's what I'm thankful for. So when it comes down to somebody saying, "Well, Capone, well, do you think this would jeopardize anything?" No, it's never gonna jeopardize the people who genuinely fuck with me, and that's all that showed me. The people who don't fuck with me now is people who never fuck with me. They want to go start fucking with me. So they gonna think whatever they're gonna think because they wasn't in my corner in the first place. Or some people they just want something to be capped. They just want something to be a certain way because they just genuinely don't like me for whatever reason. And those are not the people I'm here for. I was here to weed out all the people that I was actually trusting and liking because some of these people they pulled a wool over my eyes. I thought they was decent people that I can build with, but they wasn't deserving where the Most High was taking me, where He's taking me right now. There's a lot of people that got weeded out my circle that's not deserving where I'm going. So it was a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise, a
Okay,
major
so what were
blessing.
you celebrating tonight? Can you tell us that?
Um, I'm wait. I'm gonna wait just a little bit for that. I'm gonna wait about a week, but cause I'm gonna see if Brandon can be a part of it. If Brandon can fly it, it's like a business deal though. It's things that's major. We just elevating. So when I say transitioning from the app, I don't mean I'm leaving Bigo behind because Bigo even got like I fuck with Bigo now, like the real Bigo, like the people who own the app. So I fuck with them. But we just moving, we just elevating. You know, we elevating and we doing what we need to do. So at the end of the day, I thought about this. I was like, man, I don't think this is the time to come out with this yet. You know, let's wait a couple of more months. And I talked to the other people that we were in cahoots with, and they was like, nah, we don't want to be like, just leave that between you and Liz, you know. And I respect that, so we're gonna leave
Okay,
it just
so
like that.
what did you think once everything subsided, and why didn't you come out with this sooner? Like once everything died down, once Liz wasn't in the headlines anymore, Yetta was gone, you and Yetta wasn't going back and forth anymore. Like, why
Mm-hmm.
not come out with this sooner?
Appreciate that, bro.
We're gonna get there, y'all. We're gonna get there.
Well,
Hold on,
the
because I
reason
see
why,
y'all asking about her. Hold on. Go ahead.
okay, so so a lot of this stuff it wasn't supposed to come out even today. I was gonna wait. I was gonna wait till I got to a certain type of until I did something first. Kind of like you remember when me and Brandon had knew something was about to happen with me
Mm-hmm.
in the billboards, but we sat on it. We didn't come out with it. It's the same scenario. So when everything transitions, y'all gonna see like, oh, I see now. So the only reason why I'm speaking on this now is because Liz got a big hand in a lot of shit that's about to happen, and she gonna have to be around. So it wouldn't have looked right for Liz to be around me. It would have looked kind of like dumb of me to be like, damn. But she was talking about you. I was like, I didn't want to hear that every day. So I was like, okay. And she was like, man, you might as well just tell them the truth. Just tell them the truth. Shit, either they gonna fuck with you or they gonna fuck with it, they gonna believe it or they ain't gonna believe it. So that's the reason why I said what I said, because I'm actually around Liz and Liz is gonna be a part of the celebration. That's the only reason why I brought it. Cause I still wouldn't even brought it
Okay,
to y'all
so
attention.
do you think that a lot of people are gonna look at you as being fake?
People was looking at me for being fake from the beginning of the time. When they don't fuck with you, people look at you as being fake. You see what I'm saying? If they don't fuck with you, they're gonna always have.
Rose.
But because I didn't hear about it. But Liz had brought it to my attention, and some more people had hit me up in my inbox, and they had let me know that she was talking about me or some shit like that. They let me hear what she was saying. She was talking down a lot. Did you even hear
No,
about that shit?
I didn't know nothing about.
See, she didn't even hear about that shit. That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't want to say nothing about that because I'm like, wait a minute, I might be giving her the clout that she wants.
Like, tell
So
them
which
about
one? Okay,
Because a
so
lot of they
so
didn't
who
even make
is
it to
Rose?
mainstream.
Which one is Rose? Who is that?
That's what,
yeah, like what with y'all's situation.
all right. So basically, Rose is somebody that's off of Bigo. And she was a cool girl. She was a cool. She a cool girl. I went to Atlanta. I met her in Atlanta, and she was on a drip bottle. I think you met her at the drip bottle.
The
I think you was a
heavy
part of
set
that
girl,
panel.
the girl that's
And
kind
she
of heavy
filled
set
in.
with the dreads. Okay,
Bingo,
I know you talking
bingo,
about.
bingo. So
Another
that was
cloud
my
chaser.
that was my first day meeting her, and that was my last day meeting her. So I guess I'm not knowing what's going on, and now this is gonna create interviews for it. That's why I didn't
Okay.
want to speak her name. But since that name was already thrown out there, and then you asked me the name, I'm like, okay, well, let me go ahead and just address it, because I didn't think that her name was that. I didn't want to give her that much shine like that. But since it's out there, I guess yeah, she was speaking down on me. They sent me some recordings of her speaking down on me, making it seem like I wanted to, like I was all over her, like I wanted to, be a certain type of way and things of that nature. Was I mean, but people already know that wasn't true. That they know I sent her home and I sent, that she didn't spend the night, that we wasn't on nothing. So I guess that's the only thing about Rose. She was talking shit about me. I don't know why. I don't know why. I ain't never said nothing bad about her. You know,
Were you
Okay.
guys building?
no, we wasn't building. We
Okay.
wasn't building. She
So
wasn't a drip
okay.
angel. She
So
wasn't.
when your ex, um, when your ex, I think that was that you? I'm trying to see. Um, what's the girl? Cause I can't think of her name. The bright one, the one that you were.
Are you talking about
Valley.
Valley?
That's who she is, Valley.
Valley?
Okay, so
Okay,
Valley, was that real? Because Valley had also came
that
out
was
and
real. So
said some
look,
things about you, some things that you did to her as well. So was that real?
yeah. Well, see, what a lot of people do when it comes to me is they mix truth with fiction. So whenever you mixing truth with fiction, it makes everything, like, to a hater or to people who like drama, it makes everything real. You see what I'm saying? So when it came to certain things, even with, I give you a, well, I ain't gonna say that. I don't want to make that name big. But when it came to Valley, that was somebody I was gonna be building. I was trying to get to know her. I was trying to get to know Valley. I was trying to get to know Cash Boo. I was trying to. These are people that I was really trying to get to know. Yetta, that's somebody I really was building with. But like I say, it was certain people who don't even like to be known, like don't like to be seen. There's a lot of people who knew certain things behind the scenes that were saying certain things, and they just had my back. They really had my back when it came down to it. And it exposed a lot of things. Like when I say that I woke up and everybody turned against me like this, it literally happened like that. It wasn't no conversation. It wasn't that we got into it. Because even about Valley, if everybody put two and two together, all this shit happened when the shit happened with Yetta,
Right.
Cash Boom. It didn't happen, nothing happened before. Nobody came at me before. Valley. Nothing happened before. All this happened when all this shit happened. When everybody started going against me and not liking Capone no more, that's when all this shit had happened. So the things about Valley, when I was done with Valley and Cash
Okay,
Blue, all that shit was
so
real.
did
But it
Valley
exposed
ever
everything.
have knowledge that you and Liz was a storyline? Did she ever know anything about that? Okay. So what about you
Nah.
and
I,
Nefertiri, Nature Boy's girl? Was that a storyline?
oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. So when it came to me and Nateri, no, that wasn't a storyline, but what had happened was I just utilized her like she was utilizing me. And that's what I'm trying to teach a lot of people. The way Yetta was utilizing me, I utilized her, but I just did it more intelligently. So when it came to Nateri, she's somebody, and this is no shade to Nateri or nothing like that, but she's somebody. Sometimes people can have good intentions, but they allow their need to get attention and clout and views to muddy up their character or who they really are. So, just like a lot of other people's problem, her problem was, she wanted to be seen. Like I'm somebody that's popping on the app. My name is known. She want to be seen. She want to be in Vegas. She want to be, I'm dripping. I'm doing my thing. So she want to be a part of that, but she want to be a part of that to build her own brand so she can do her own things. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, this is the game of life. This is what a lot of people do. So I knew that that's what she was on. So at the same time, at this moment, I'm getting into it with Nature Boy. So let me utilize you because you utilizing me. So we utilize each other. That's just how the
Okay,
game
so the
goes.
beef between you and Nature Boy, was that real?
That was real.
For the PK?
Yeah, for the PK. And the thing about it was, it initially started out like we was trying to throw small jabs to
Mm-hmm.
create controversy, but the nigga got in his feelings and got real disrespectful. Now we cool now though. I mean, We cordial. We ain't on that. But he started getting in his feelings and really disrespecting me. So that's when it got serious. Like I'm talking about, it's some shit like I'm hitting up over the phone like it's shit that has
Right.
nothing to do with Bigo. But like I say, man, we in a cool space right now. You know what I'm saying? It's in a cool space. But that shit really what happened, and that nigga was really in his feelings about the Naturi shit too. Like all that shit was like real shit
Okay.
about that shit. But you know, it was this
Okay.
other shit.
So, do you think that with you being affiliated with Keys, with you being in the agency, do you think it's going to make Keys look sort of put the agency in a negative light, like as if everybody that's up under Keys does storylines, like none of this shit is real?
Well, I mean, you know, if I'm a part of a company, however I move, if I'm a part, it has nothing to do with the company on how I move. You know, however y'all move, just like when everybody was like, Capone, don't join Keys because they messy over there. All they do is drama and drama. They don't got nothing to do with me. What Ed doing her live or what Super doing her live when he was with Keys, what somebody else doing with Trina B, or I don't know if they still with Keys, but that has nothing to do with me. The way people move individually, that's on them. You know, so that, I mean, people gonna make, I mean, they're gonna always say shit about Keys because Brandon running that shit. He playing chess. He know what he doing. So they be putting